know, really surprised about Steam scamming. Like, come on, bro. It was bound to happen. Mind you, the community that we play in, like Siege itself, is full of scammers itself.
Imagine being such a bad person where you get banned on Twitch and you have to rebrand. Because he used to scam, he used to boot on Rainbow Six, he used to play with booters, he used to cheat on the game. He had an old Twitch channel, he used to scam, he used to play with booters. I'll crash out right now, that fat 400-pound kid smokes every day.
Scammers in the Rainbow Six Siege community have been running rampant for a long time with no to little repercussions, especially in the console community where most people simply don't care as much about it. With no actual regulated tournament servers, everything is handled from person to person. Identities are hidden, anyone can just run off with your money at any given time. These prize pools for the console tournaments are hundreds of dollars that people pay out of their own pocket. But what happens when someone does run off with your money? Today, we're going to be talking about the most notorious and unforgiving scammers in the Siege community and how you can avoid getting scammed yourself. If you do enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you do, I'll give you a firm handshake around your penis. Skite would first get his fame in the Siege community by becoming the #1 champion in the entire game. How did he do this? Well, he used a little device called a Zim, which, for those of you who don't know, is a mouse and keyboard adapter that plugs directly in your Xbox or PlayStation that is used to cheat. Because Siege has no aim assist, it is extremely unfair to put controller players against mouse and keyboard players, which is why it is banned on console. But with a Zim, you can bypass this and still use a mouse and keyboard. Skite would do this under his alias at the time, which was Kebe. Now, I've already made a video on Skite and his whole story, but I failed to mention why he changed his name in the first place, because I didn't understand why. Well, it turns out that he would scam his fans for an unknown amount back when his name was Kebe. When it was starting to come out that Skite scammed under the name Kebe, he would then take a break from social media to then come back under his new alias, Skite. To be fair, this happened a long time ago, and I don't think Skite would scam anyone now, and he's definitely moved on from doing things such as scamming, DDoSing, cheating, which he did do all those things, and still got a charm in the game. If that doesn't show favoritism when all of these people still don't have charms, I really don't know what does. So no, unfortunately, I don't think the Twon charm's coming anytime soon. Sorry, guys. Sorry, the group of 3 out there. No, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. Skite now is a full-time streamer and has seemed to move on from his old ways and has built a pretty big community of his own. But that's not the case for our next person. Lou would get his fame in the Siege community for being insane at the game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are we talking about the same guy? Like this Lou? Lou was the Stompin' before Stompin' even existed. Lou would make a name for himself in the old Face-It tournament days of console. If you don't know what Face-Its are, they're pretty much R6 tournaments where you would get a group of friends and put down money to join tournament. These tournaments were legit and you could win R6 credits but also real money. But there's a problem with these tournaments, and that's how many people were using mouse and keyboard on these tournaments. Stompin', Lou, Kobe Lax were just some of the players using M&K at that time. But to be fair, you pretty much had to use a mouse and keyboard to compete because everyone was using one. And Lou was one of those people. He would become really good at the game and start playing with jynxzi regularly before he was mainstream. Lou was nasty at the game, but there was also something that Lou was doing in the background, scamming. Now, at this time, Lou was still a kid, so you gotta realize that, yeah, he shouldn't have been scamming, but he was like 15 years old at the time. Should probably cut him some slack, but not this time. 1 month ago, in April, Lou found himself with even more scamming allegations, this time with someone named Preston, who tried exposing him in jynxzi's Twitter community. Preston claims he was scammed $50 because Lou didn't boost his account to Diamond in the Big 25. Now, if you pay for boosting in the Big 25 to not even get to champ but Diamond, I'm sorry, you deserve to be scammed. I'm sorry, you do. I'm not gonna lie, you do. That's just natural selection at that point. Lou at this point in time was a known scammer, and this kid still paid for him to boost his account, but I still think it's weird that he has a platform even though everyone knows he scams, because at this point in time, Lou is at least 18 years old and is scamming clearly little kids because no one else is paying someone to boost their games for rank 2.0 in the Big 25. I'm sorry, Masamitsu. But Lou has now forever cemented himself as one of the biggest scam artists in Rainbow Six Siege history. Lou is now broke and also has a gambling addiction, which is probably karma for taking this little kid's 50 bucks. When I first joined the Rival Roller Discord around a year ago, there's a name I noticed that caught my eye. The aura around his name, you could say, okay, bro, let me check. Seem was a player in the Rival Roller Discord that seemed to get clowned on by everyone. I'm not kidding, everyone was just clowning this kid. And I still don't know what he did, but he was known in the comm for getting clowned on. Think of it like a E2 Smooth, but more comp at the game. Like if E2 Smooth ever grew up a little bit, that's who Seem was. No one really took him seriously, but maybe that was a good thing, because 5 days ago, a user by the name of Copper posted a 5-minute TikTok saying that Seem scammed him and provided proof and pictures. The story goes like this. Copper was looking to buy an account and went and asked Seem if he was selling any. They then settled on the account for $500. Now, I'm not gonna lie, why are you buying a console account for $500? Copper trusted Seem because he seemed to be trusted throughout the community. He then tells him to add his vendor named Walmart Addict on Discord. A vendor is the person who actually has the account that Copper was buying. Walmart Addict says he doesn't get the payment that Copper sends him. Then the vendor Walmart Addict admits that he scammed Copper and Seem, but Seem's story switches up 3 different times. Seem's defense was that he and Copper both got scammed, but he was selling the account for his boy. Copper then posts a part 2 to clear things up, saying that a kid named Joppy was the one who made the Discord Walmart Addicts, and then was bragging about scamming Copper to someone else in a ranked game. Copper really hired private investigators to find out who scammed him. Seem you really with the wrong guy, because if you just scam someone else, which you probably have before, then no one would have cared and you would have gotten away with it. But ruining your reputation is worth only $500, I guess. Another Siege creator, Monker, offered to have Seem on stream to clear up this whole situation in a Discord call, but of course Seem didn't want to. Here's Seem's response to it all, and he has now been banned from the Rival Roller Tourney Discord, which is the main place where all the console players play their tourneys. I think this comment sums it up altogether. This is a problem with a decent amount of the well-known R6 players on that Discord. Multiple of them have egos, proceed to scam and get away with it because they're known and have other pocket scammers backing them up. If you enjoyed this video, then you'll definitely enjoy my last video where I talk about the world's best Siege player that no one's ever heard of. Just click the video on screen now and I'll see you there.